Stephanie here. It's day 11 of our 365-day journey of me 3D printing my entire indoor play cafe. That's the first time my intro went smooth. Celebrations. Anyway, we landed on toys. We discussed that it's going to be a llama that I'm printing, and it came as a shocker. Yeah, it's every 3D print, you expect something smooth and you learn something new. What happened was the following. I decided to see if I use ChatGPT and Tripo to create my own things instead of always going to someone else's products, because let's face it, eventually I'm going to have to get the funds in. Like I said, I still need 135,000 that I can't get past. That's for the legal things, the registration of the company, insurances, the building of the place, but the setup. Let's just call it the setup. And everything else I can 3D print as much as possible. So funding has to still come in, and I can't sell other people's stuff, unfortunately. So I used ChatGPT and Tripo. It's been highly recommended. A friend of mine uses it. Oh, he makes the most amazing expo features. Huge things, guys. He's not recording yet. He's stupid for not recording. If you see what he does, he's my inspiration for printing all of this. Ryan, start printing. Start videoing what you're doing. Dude, really, the world needs to see what you're doing. Any case, back to me. We did Llama. What I came up with between these two AIs was a cute little llama. However, the nose and the eyes was also the same color. I did a test print. That's why it's this color that we're not going to use for SpielKafi. Toys or whatever, yes. I used just a normal permanent marker for the eyes or nose to see, so it's definitely not going to go to a child, not something I want them to stick in their mouths. There was some feedback I got, some personal information as well. I learned that choosing the right support matters. It used custom support. It took me forever to get that support off the belly, and it made these ugly marks as well, and you can see by the feet as well, because I didn't prompt correctly and I didn't say flat feet. The supports, tree supports, again, my husband waits till I make my mistakes and then come with, oh, you should have. So this was our little test guy. Then they also said it's too small. I don't know why it's too small for a baby. I think this is cute, isn't it? The llama, however, is cute itself. Don't understand why it made me dots though on both sides, but it's my dotted llama. Where I'm going with this video is, this was my filament poop. Before, after, because it's one color print, which is awesome. Saves filament. Then I thought, okay, everyone's also commenting, why is it one color? So I said, okay, let's make it multicolor. Let's make it bigger. And let's put some fuzzy skin on it. I like the fuzzy skin that we did for the car, so I put fuzzy skin on it. Then we came up with llama. Flat feet. I changed that. Tree support, so the middle is looking so much better as well. I think it's cute, adorable. Husband is coming into the picture with this one as well. I didn't perch enough, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but it made little rings everywhere where there were color changes. This is now my striped llama. I'm gonna go with it. I originally didn't want to put this in as part of the SpielKafi collection, because I want things to be really, really perfect, which is my biggest problem in life. This is my first me going against everything I am putting in something that's not perfect in, because I don't think a kid's gonna mind a stripe. Yeah, I'm happy with how it came out though. I was super happy until my husband had an opinion, made my life difficult. This is me moping. Okay, it still counts. It still counts. I'm gonna put it in. The kids were very happy with it. Of course, came with their orders. It looks like everything I'm gonna print, they're gonna come with orders. So for my multicolored striped llama, forget to put a bead in the jar. One step closer to progress. One step closer to completion. Wow. Okay. Now, what I experienced in this time is that printing multicolor, you kind of have to have your support structures. And me being tight with filament, this already was very, very painful, because I kind of could have used it for something else if it was one color. However, one color is boring for toys, so I know I'm going to have to do multicolor. It is just not fun to have to throw this away. I know there's machines that you can get to recycle filament. I can't afford it. Sorry. I'm putting it out there. That is so much money. And it's cheaper to buy a kilogram of filament than to spend all of that money on a machine, which I really do want, because I can't throw this away. I also can't turn it into toys. Now, let's talk about cost and how long it took me to print it. This little guy was 5 hours. I used quite a lot of infill though. I'm still very unsure how infill works. How do you know if it's the right amount of infill or not? I did this with 40% infill, which I now realize was ridiculous. I could have done it with 15 or 10, because I use a 4 wall. Okay. This guy I used at a 10%, and it is super sturdy. We've tried to break necks, we've tried to break the ears. We're literally putting it through the test, because I would hate for a child to get hurt because of something that I made. It's sturdy. My son even threw it. So it's holding up. It's doing what it's supposed to do. However, our multicolor striped llama took 20 hours to print, which for me was a huge eye-opener, because you quickly 3D print something. I always had that in my head. I couldn't understand why when I asked my husband to print me something, it took forever. I now understand it. It didn't use a lot more filament. It is just the process of changing the whole time. So 20 hours and 4 minutes to finish. So time-wise, it's gonna take a while to print, but cost-wise, if I buy one, I try to find something in a similar size. It's the closest I could get was 15 francs for one. It cost me 5 francs 79. Again, no markups. It's literally just my time and filament cost. If you go into Prusa, you can calculate everything. You can even calculate if you're going to sell the product, your markup, how much you would like to have. So that's quite cool, I think. So I'm using Prusa to see how much it costs me to print this thing. So 5.79, I think I can do with it. That's again a huge saving coming off. Even if it's just one, even if we just save 3 francs somewhere, it's 3 francs that we can put into the actual build of SpielKafi. Where my heart broke with this multicolor print is with the following. In this little jar, it's not even big enough to hold my tears and sorrows at the moment. It's the most alarming wake-up call for 3D printing that I had, which I I knew there's some poop, but this is the biggest amount of poop I've had, and I'm not joking, guys. Look at this. It's huge. It is a bunch of poop. And now I realize I'm gonna have to clean all that. I love the llama though. I don't know how you guys do this. Honestly, I do not know how you guys make these amazing prints and end up with that the whole time. Now, I don't know if all of that is calculated into the cost of the llama. So I'm going to carry on making pretty toys. I'm a bit disheartened at the moment with it. I know I'll probably get over it. It's the first time is always the worst. So yeah, we'll see what's next. But Llama, he's really cute though. Look at that cute little face. I think he's sweet. He's going up again on everywhere for you guys to download. I'm gonna put this one up for free for you guys because we all need a striped 20-hour huge amounts of poop llama. Hope you enjoy him. Let me know what you guys think of the print, and let's spin the wheel to see what we do next. With the wheel, I made the change that I said. We've now got menu officially part of our wheel and only one furniture. And I hope we don't end on toys anymore. I think I'm more disheartened because I know I don't have that much filament left, and I want to carry on with these videos, and I just need to breathe. Let's be adult about this. Let's breathe it through. Let's spin the wheel and see what we print next. Cafe. Okay, so did I bring my binder? Yes, I brought the binder. For cafe, what are we printing? Decor, toys, cafe. Okay. There's some things on cafe which I'm gonna have to design. I put it through ChatGPT and Tripo, but it had writing on it. ChatGPT did really good designing it, but Tripo went weird on the font and the writing, and I don't speak that language which it created. Looked like Klingon. Okay, so cafe we do. Oh, I can't get a piece out. There we go. We're doing cake pop stand. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to fill it with cake pops for the reveal. Let's do that. Then the people in the house get something nice. I get to bake. And you guys get to see what it will look like once it's in SpielKafi. Am I going to have that many cake pops? Well, now we're gonna have to cake pop it up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Let's go print our shop.